Hi, wherever you are. This is Teacher Samson. Welcome to our channel. Common areas tested in Kcpe Social Studies. This is a continuation of the main areas that have been tested in Kcpe over the years. Kindly watch part 1, part 2, and part 3. Welcome to part 4. If you are watching this clip for the first time, you have never subscribed, kindly do so. The graph below represents climate of a certain town in Africa. The graph below represents the climate of a certain town in Africa. Study the graph, see the temperature. We have the temperature and we have the rainfall. Which one of the following statements correctly describes the climate of the town? So first of all, before we continue, Mediterranean climate, number 1, when the temperatures are very high, no rainfall. Number 2, when the temperatures are low or too low, there is plenty of rainfall. From this graph, number 3, experiences cold winter and hot, dry summer. And lastly, mainly experienced in North Africa. So the correct answer here should be, we have this dry season. So the answer is the town has one dry season which begins in May and ends in August. Question 135. Question 135. The following graphs represent the Mediterranean climatic conditions of Africa. Which graph below represents the climate of South Africa? We have two types of Mediterranean climate. We have one that is experienced to the north or in the North Africa, and the other one is experienced in South Africa. So look at this graph. You can just cut at the center. We are being asked to show which one is representing South Africa, either A or B. So look, when the arrow goes up, when the temperature budges to the north, that is called Northern Mediterranean climate. If it moves downwards, if it sinks, that is Southern Mediterranean climate, the climate of South Africa. So the correct answer here is boy. Question 136. Question 136. Who among the following explorers was sent by the Royal Geographical Society to look for Dr. David Livingstone? We are given the choices here: John Speke, Richard Burton, Vasco da Gama, Henry Morton Stanley. The correct answer should be Henry Morton Stanley. Question 137. Question 137. Which one of the following is not an effect of revolution of the Earth? Remember, revolution is when the Earth moves round the sun on its own orbit. So changes of the position of the midday sun, occurrence of day and night, occurrence of different seasons, difference in the length of day and night. All right. The correct answer should be occurrence of day and night. That one is for rotation of the Earth. Question 138. 3 of the following fishing methods are used in deep seas. Which one is not used in deep sea? We have long lining, where the sea used in deep sea, where the sea is rough, and the trolling, also used in deep sea, where the sea is smooth or regular. When you look at this, line fishing is just the same as long lining. So the correct answer should be animal net drifting. Question 139. Question 139. The following rivers use a delta to drain their water, except the following rivers use delta to drain their water. So we have Tana, we have Niger, we have Nile, and Earth. Look at this formula. Nini tao zao. Nini tao zao. Nini tao zao is a formula for major delta rivers. We have the largest delta is Niger, and there's the inland delta. The largest inland delta is Okavango, which drains in Okavango swamp. Remember, delta is when a river ends at the mouth. We have more than one channel. When it is splits into more than one, that feature is called delta. So Nini tao zao. The correct answer should be at the river. At the river does not end in a delta. Question 140. Question 140. Which one of the following is an effect of the rotation of the earth? Change of the position of the midday sun, occurrence of day and night, occurrence of different seasons, difference in the length of the day and night. Look at this. Rotation causes day and night difference in time and the apparent movement of the sun, such that we see as if sun is moving, but it is literally not moving. So, thank God to rotation. No particular part of the earth is too hot or too cold, which allows the existence of human life. So the correct answer here should be occurrence of day and night. The rest are effects of revolution. Question 141. Question 141. Who is the secretary to the school committee? Who is the secretary to the school committee? Senior teacher, head teacher, deputy teacher, chairperson. Remember, the chairperson is the one who is in charge, who is the head of school committee. So the correct answer here should be the head teacher. Deputy head teacher is the secretary to the staff meeting. When the teachers or the subordinate or the staffs have a meeting, the secretary is the deputy and teacher. Well, the chair is the head teacher, chairs the meetings, the staff meetings, and the secretary is the deputy head teacher who takes minutes what is being discussed in the meeting. Question 142. Which one of the following political parties led Ghana to independence? Northern People's Party, Convention People's Party, United Gold Coast Convention, National Liberation Movement. Okay, as we all know, Ghana was the first African country to gain independence in 1957 through Cpp, which was led by Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah, I hope you have got this question right. Ghana was the first African country to gain independence in 1957. If you have not watched my SST alphabets in one of these clips, kindly do so. Question 143. Question 143. People who were born and initiated almost at the same time formed the choices are here. People initiated almost at the same time formed we have family, age set, a community, an age group. All right. The answer should be age group. The answer should be age group. The question can be twisted and be asked, people who are born and initiated at the same time, or people who are playing together, or dash involves people or children playing together. People who are playing together formed and then the answer should be age group, because age group means they're in the same age. They were initiated at the same time. They were born almost at the same time, so they appears. All right. Age set is combination of many age groups. Next, question 144, chapter 3 of the Constitution. Chapter 3 of the Constitution of Kenya talks about, chapter 3 of the Constitution of Kenya talks about, the answer should be, before that, look at this. Chapter 1 is sovereignty of the people, republic. We have citizenship, the Bill of Rights, land and environment, leadership, integrity, representation of the people, then legislature, executive, and judiciary. Now, the answer here should be citizenship. Chapter 3 is citizenship. Citizenship. Question 145. 145. Who is the senior? Now, who is the secretary to the staff meeting? This one you said earlier that the correct answer should be deputy head teacher. So the answer is 145 skirt. Next on.
Sovereignty of people and supremacy, the republic, citizenship, the Bill of Rights, land and environment, leadership and integrity, representation of the people, the legislature, the executive, judiciary, devolved government, public finance, public service, national security, commissions and independent offices, amendments of this constitution, general provisions, transitions and consequential provisions. All these are constitution chapters.
Question 146. Question 146. Who among the following African leaders was a founder member of CAO? The choices are here: Eliud Madu, Daniel Moi, Ronan Ngala, Albert Owino. The correct answer should be Albert Owino. When CAO was formed, the president was Harry Thuku and the secretary was Albert Owino, among other members. Question 146. 147, a bridge contractor employed members of his extended family. which caused conflict in the community. The contractor practiced tribalism, racism, favoritism, nepotism. The correct answer should be nepotism, because he's employing people from his family, relatives. So nepotism is favoring your relative. Racism is favoring one of your race. An African, if you're an African, you want an African to take that seat or to do what a nation could have done. Instead of a nation, because you are an African, you want them to come, you want to favor your own African. Tribalism is from your own tribe, and favoritism is general. The correct answer should be dog, nepotism. Question 148, let us hurry up. In Kenya, the freedoms of the citizens are graded by, in Kenya, the freedoms of the citizens are guaranteed by, the answer should be Constitution. Remember, Constitution is the guide. Question 149. Question 149. The court system in Kenya. The court system in Kenya is ended by. The court system in Kenya is ended by Register of High Court, High Court Judge, Chief Justice, or Chief Magistrate. The correct answer should be the Chief Justice. Question 150. Question 150. The soil conservation method that is practiced on steep slopes is building gabions, planting cover crops, contour plowing, and planting trees. Look at this. When it is steep, we have building of gabions, as you can see. So the correct answer here should be building gabions. Question 151. Question 151. Most parts of North Africa are sparsely populated due to, most parts of North Africa are sparsely populated due to. The correct answer should be arid conditions. Question 152. Which is the main vegetation found in central Tanzania? Which is the main vegetation found in central Tanzania? The correct answer should be savanna. Remember, we have two types of savanna. We have the grassland and the woodland. Question 153. The main cause of road accidents in Kenya is, main cause of road accidents in Kenya is, the correct answer should be carelessness of road users. Carelessness of road users. Question 154. The place where weather instruments such as hygrometer and thermometer are kept is known as, remember, weather station is the place where we find instruments, weather instruments. But hygrometer and thermometer are kept in a place called, structure called Stevenson's screen. Question 155. The narrow strip between Africa and Europe is called, the narrow strip between Africa and Europe is called, the answer should be Strait of Gibraltar. Strait of Gibraltar. Question 156. Mosh. A foreign child has been adopted by parents who are citizens of Kenya. In order to become a citizen of Kenya, Mosh is required to look at these choices, go for the registration, obtain a birth certificate, enroll in a primary school, obtain an identity card. The answer should be go for the registration. Remember, we have two ways of acquiring Kenyan citizenship. Can be through birth or the registration. So obtaining a birth certificate or obtaining an identity card or enrolling in a primary school, whether private or public, does not guarantee that this is going to become a Kenyan citizen. Nope. Question 157. 157. In Kenya, a subordinate court is headed by, we saw that court system in Kenya are headed by Chief Justice. So the subordinate court, remember, it falls under the magistrates, the magistrate court. So it's headed by a magistrate. Question 158. The following are the conditions necessary for growing of a crop: moderate rainfall, deep, well-drained, fertile soil, protection from strong wind, and high altitude. The crop that requires the conditions listed above is coffee, perithrum, cocoa, tea. Remember, there is need to study the cases again. Before you start putting your answer, first of all, go through the description. We have been told moderate rainfall, deep, well-drained, fertile soil, protection from strong winds. Now, there is one for protection from sunlight, which is cocoa. So the correct answer here, remember, we have been told high altitude. So the answer cannot be cocoa, either perithrum, tea, or coffee. But again, when we talk about bullet number 3, protection from strong wind, this one is for coffee. So the answer should be coffee. Question 159. 159. What is the main purpose of marriage? You all know this, even from your CRA, that the purpose of marriage is to enable the couples share their lives. Remember, marriage is all about companionship. So it is enabling the couples to share their lives. Question 160, the occasion in which people vote for change of the constitution is called when people are voting for the change of constitution. We did it in 2010. That is called, the answer should be a referendum. Referendum. Number 161, which UN agency promotes research on agriculture and forestry? Which UN agency promotes research on agriculture and forestry? The answer should be FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO. Question 162, who among the following leaders defeated Italians? Who among the following leaders defeated Italians? We have Nelson Mandela, Haile Selassie, Julius Nyerere, Gamal Abdel Nasser. The correct answer should be Haile Selassie. He resisted he defeated the Italians in the second invasion. Question 163. 163. The colonial system of administration applied in Mozambique was, you have learned this and you have revised very well. The correct answer should be paternalism. Paternalism. Question 164. 164. Which one of the following groups of crops in Kenya was grown under subsistence farming? Talk about those indigenous crops we had. We have maize was brought by Portuguese. The only indigenous crops here is, the correct answer should be boy. Cassava, sweet potatoes, and millet. Question 165. Which of the following is a function of national government? That is abbreviation of government, GOVT, government. So the correct answer here should be national government. Look at making bylaws, that is done in parliament, is it? Collecting garbage, that is under county, and providing water, remember the WASCO, and that one is under county government. So the correct answer here is national security, by the national government. So providing security. Question 166. Which one of the following marriages does not allow polygamy? This question was brought in Kcpe 2020. Seat number 15. You can confirm later. Which of the following marriages does not allow polygamy? Today things have changed. The only Islamic we know can marry up to maximum of 4. We have customary, that one has been there. And then the other new, which allows polygamy, is civil. But in Christian, is one man, one wife. So the correct answer here is Christianity. Question 167. Kenya gained internal self-rule in, the answer should be 1st June 1963. Sorry for not allowing you to think through the question. Sorry. Question 168. Kenya became a republic on. Look at this. Kenya became a republic on 12th December 1964. It was exactly 1 year after Kenya attained full independence from Britain. On 12th December 1963, Jomo Kenyatta became the first president of the Republic of Kenya. So the correct answer here should be 12th December 1964. Welcome. Thank you for watching. May you pass with flying colors.